Alright, hello, this is TGS Trades. We're here at ARG Chicago, and we're here with Faisal Khan. And what did you do, Faisal?
I won the ARG Circuit Series in Chicago this weekend with
Nice.
Danger, Thunder, Dragon, Guar Dragon.
Okay, do you want to show us your deck now?
Sure.
Cool.
So, start, 3 solar. I see some people cutting this down to 2, but like, it's an unsearchable card, and there's no card that matches its function identically, and when you draw this with the White Dragon Wyvern Berserker, it is by far the best play in your entire deck, and it tears through practically everything. And then one Armageddon Knight and one Dark Grepher. Basically more solars to dump. So the reason why I played these is because over like Phantom Sky Blaster is because I don't like how like your dangers can be RNG dependent. Like if you have a good hand and you have dangers, it's possible that if you start with dangers, you might actually get screwed by them. So these reduce the variance by setting up your gray for Levineer and your white and black dragon to make sure that they don't get pitched by the dangers. And they can also like discard the dangers to get their field effects and basically sculpt your hand the way you want it to be. You don't want to lose to yourself. Then for Thunder Dragons, I play really small Thunder Dragon engine, so 3 of the original because he makes the dangers better and he's just really good. 2 Dark, 2 Hawk. I think you need to play the second one because you want to play after turn 1, and this is the card that lets you do it. 1 Roar. I play 5 Foolishes for the Roar, and I don't want to ever see this in my opening hand, so this is like fine. And then 1 Duo. He's really good to search with the guys to trigger like Eclipse Wyvern or your Thunder Dragons if you need it.
Okay.
For dangers, 3 Nessie, 3 Jackalope, 3 Tsuchinoko, the good ones. 1 Bigfoot. This is really just there for utility since I don't play the Goliath package. So you can use it to like pop multi-roll or floodgates. So it's good, and it's a 3k beater. And then 1 Mothman. I really didn't want to play this. I think this card like is definitely the worst card in my deck, but I didn't know what to replace it with. And for the dragons, 3 of the white, 2 of the black. I think this is the perfect ratio. And 1 Destrudo. This is like the 39th card in my deck behind the Mothman. Is basically so I can draw into it as an extender past like Lancia. There was a game where I drew it with Saryuja when they Lancia'd me, and I was still able to make LP into my Crystal Wing, which won me the game. And it's also sometimes good to summon off of LP if you like need to dig for a part of your engine. Like if you need to get the extra summons out for the Saryuja to dig for your Thunder cards, because sometimes if you don't see a part of your engine, it doesn't feel very good. 3 Levineer. This is probably the best card in the entire deck. It's not even close. 1 Eclipse Wyvern, and then 1 Diablos. And then I main deck 1 Phantasme. The reason why I made this is because you can search it with Eclipse Wyvern because it's a level 7 or higher Dark Dragon. And the reason why that is good is because when you use LP, you can only get 1 of these. So you have to choose between this and Levineer. And if you can't make the rank 8, it's better to have this, especially against Striker and Salamangreat, than to rip 1 card out of your opponent's hand. And if you do have both of those things, then you would just go for the Levineer. And if you have the really insane hand, you can often get the rank 8, rip 2 cards, and set this up, which did happen a couple times, and that was just absolutely insane.
Wow, really insightful.
And then 3 Sekka's Light, because this is better than all the spell package because it's more resilient to hand traps, especially after game 1 where they side in the Drolls and Lancias. If they have Lancia or Droll, this is the best card you can play in your entire deck in your opening hand to either set up for next turn or try to mount some sort of defense. And that's the main deck. And then for the extra deck, 2 Saryuja. Basically, abusing this card is how this deck functions. And this card is absolutely broken. I don't know why it's not a hard once per turn. Riprodicus to make Summon Sorceress. You don't really want to go into this, ideally, because it loses to almost every hand trap out there. You want to only make this if you need to. Making this usually is more resilient. And then Phoenix and Unicorn. Phoenix is standard, but Unicorn, the reason why I decided to play it is because we actually don't have a card in the rest of our main and extra deck that has a functionally identical ability. Like, it shuffles something into the deck. Like, there isn't much removal in this deck that gets rid of the card without destroying it, and that's really important, especially for mirror matches or for clearing up problem cards. And then LP and Agripane for the Quad Dragons. The Boral duo. Borload is to basically for the mirror and other combo decks, and Boral Sword is to get out extra damage and kill your opponent. I play Crystal Wing, so if you can set up, basically if you do the LP Agripane play and you have any extra monster, you just make Boral Sword Crystal Wing and you negate Ray with Crystal Wing and they just die. And then 3 Colossus. You should not play less than 3. You need 3, especially for they actually do clear your board to grind through, and this card is like oppressive and unfair. 1 Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon. I played this over Hot Red because I feel like the combo would resolve more against combo decks than against control decks, and this card is definitely better against Thunder Dragon and Salamangreat, where you just destroy the card instead of just negating it. And especially games 2 and 3, Phantasme basically like still keeps the same amount of cards in their hands, but basically nullifies your Hot Red, which really sucks. And against Salamangreat, the Gazelle, destroying the Gazelle when they reveal it is huge. And then 1 Zombie Stein. This guy is kind of mediocre. He changes himself to defense and discards a card to negate something, but you have to use it to negate spell or trap stuff, floodgates, evenly matched. And it pairs well with Crystal Wing because they both do like different things, so they make a more resilient board. And that's the extra deck. I chose not to play the Goliath and Dark Matter engine, mainly because 1, it's not very good in the mirror because you practically set up their banished, let them search a Hawk and mulligan their hand, and that's pretty much how I won in the finals in 2 of the games. And against Salamangreat, I guess it's okay, but against Striker, it doesn't really do that much. It's not really that much of an advantage. If you do make your play, you win. So I don't think that's necessary because you're not going to really be stopped if you combo. So, and then for the side deck, I have 3 Sphere Mode. This card is just to out the mirror basically and other combo decks, and it did its job this weekend. 3 Vanity's Fiend. This is what you side in against combo mirrors and Salamangreat. Against combo mirrors, you can do your play and then tribute summon this, and that basically completely seals the deal. If they land COU, which happened to me in the finals, and you just tribute summon this against combo, you just win. And Salamangreat plays a lot of hand traps, so you can just use this when they stun you down and you win. And if they don't stun you with your combo, then you're comboing, and that deck actually can't beat your combo. And then the other 2 Phantasmes. 1 Denko. I don't really have a good explanation for why I played this. I just had a 15th slot in my side deck, and I decided to play it because like it's good against trap decks, which I was really afraid of that there would be a lot of, and you can search it with Duo, which is alright. And then 3 Twin. This is just 100% the best surefire way to deal with summon limit and back row against Sky Striker. You don't it's usually just win the game if you draw it. It's worth siding out Pot of Greed for. And then 3 Red Reboot, a practical win button, which is also worth siding out Pot of Greed for.
Alright, so that's what you used to win. So now what, you have 3 wins?
2.
So you're tied with Marcus the Hayden.
Wait, tied with Marcus Hayden. Doesn't Marcus have 1 win? 2 wins, right?
I have a 2nd place. 2 first places and a 2nd place.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So anything you want to say? Shout-outs?
Shout-outs to my team, TGS Trades. They hooked me up with this deck, which is irrationally expensive. And my brother for supporting me, testing with me, the rest of my team. And yeah, that's that.
Nice. Alright,